from a book, not from this. And that's how we all connect to truth.
Mm-hmm.
So I just didn't understand, like, where the disconnect comes in between both of your understandings. Like, there's a certain point, like you said, that there's a disconnect. And that's when you're saying you don't believe that there is something beyond after death. So I'm trying to understand, when you say consciousness, do you feel like that is only in, like, the things that you feel within, those truths and understanding, is that only from the physical, or do you feel like it was something before you came into a human body? Or are you saying, you know, like, is the human body for you a vessel, or no?
I don't know the answer to that question. Because there's a lot. I mean, I've heard or read what other humans, you know, have said about it, or what they think that they know about it. I'm uncomfortable. I'm very comfortable with I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I never read a religious book or anything like that. I'm just, you know, I just want to understand other people, like, how they come to that.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I can't feel you. Like, I'm not in your body, so I don't know your, like, that truth that you're connected to. So that's why I'm asking questions, to try to understand why you don't believe that there's something beyond, you know, just life, like, on Earth.
So real quick, Star raised her hand too.
Here's the thing, and I think where there's a disconnect is that I'm speaking more so to an experience. Like, I think that it is what you said is, like, energy will continue to transform, right? But I don't think that there's another experience, and that,
like this.
Star raised her hand, y'all. By the way,
like, afterlife, there might be, like, after something, but is it technically, like, afterlife? Not necessarily. When people think of afterlife, they really think, like, see you when you get there,
right?
Type of energy. Like, I'm gonna go to this other place, and I'm gonna visually, mentally recognize my children, and my grandma and my grandpa, and I'm gonna see them, and I'm gonna be able to hug them again. Like, it's not that, y'all. Like, that is afterlife is probably the wrong term that we give.
Exactly. Because Star raised her hand too, and that's the thing. Life, we got to examine all of these words, because sometimes the terminology, we be taking things out of we get lost in translation with some of these things. So we think of life, and we just look at life like, okay, life is XYZ, but it's more important to say experience, because it's just maybe just a different experience, instead of just saying you're living another life. It's just a whole totally different experience. That's where you know, people should just look into DMT, Super, and hear some of these people's stories, because they say that this don't even feel real no more. Like, this reality doesn't even, it's crazy.
Yeah, so I was gonna say I agree when Fox 5 said there may be, like, an afterlife or whatever, but not to the extent that we understand, like, based off of, like, the Bible and stuff. I would say I agree with that, because I don't think, like, the heaven that we know is the heaven that's, like, there, and the hell that we know is, like, the hell that's really there. Because to me, that doesn't make sense. Like, you push me, you know, I got pushed into this world, and you're telling me, like, if I believe, you know, a certain thing is real, then I'm automatically going to be, like, sent to a good place when I pass away, and vice versa. Like, that just doesn't make sense to me. But I do think, like, there will be even if there isn't an afterlife. Me personally, I want to believe in something. Like, I don't just want to, like, because okay, I'm just living for nothing. Like,
every civilization,
there's no point. I don't have a destiny. I don't have a purpose. Like, even if that was true, I wouldn't want to believe. Like, let me be delusional in peace. Like, I need to believe. I need to have a purpose. I need to, you know, want something and strive for something. Mm-hmm. But that's just for me. But that's all I have.
You got to think of all
there is nothing wrong with that. I really, honestly do not feel that there is anything wrong with someone taking that perspective, because I honestly feel that there are a lot of people who need religion. like who actually need it. They need it for structure. They need it for balance. They need it as a form of self-discipline as adults, because let's face it, some adults without the Bible and without the restrictions of, you know, their actions and shit would be out here willy fucking nilly. I honestly do believe that that religion is necessary in a sense. And if you, as a person, like Star said, if you know yourself enough to know that I need that to give me hope, I need that to keep me pushing forward, I need that to keep me whatever, then let it be that. But don't condemn other people and make other people feel like their life choices and their life path is going to lead them to a life of damnation, and you're going to burn this and that,
right,
all this crazy stuff, because they want to,
because nobody knows 100%,
feel different, because we don't know
exactly.
We literally, there's so many different religions, and to be honest, in my own personal perspective, I think the closest religious thought or something like that would be closest to what God would want it to be would be the worship of nature and the respect of giving to nature, and what they call, what, you know, Christians and people call paganism, and what has been turned and flipped into being witchcraft and occult worship and all this other things. But in my perspective, all of these other things that religion has given us has led us further astray than connected to source energy, in my opinion.
All right.
I wanted to say that, yeah, I agree with Box too. I think that it's important to have those questions about religion. Like, how else will you find your answers? You know, but you have to also make that step to seek those answers, you know? And I also think it's funny that y'all talking about this, because yesterday I literally went to my Facebook, like, old posts, and there were like horrific posts of me saying, like, I don't even believe in a God. I don't this. And I was like, oh my God.
When you live your life that way, it's risky, because every civilization before us had a belief of some type of underworld after here. So it's just like, even though we can't confirm, there's some strange evidence and things that has happened that's just unexplainable. I'm not saying that we got to believe men, but we can look in the sky and see the moon is up there, or what we know that's something. We don't even got to call it the moon, but we know that it's responsible for a lot of things on Earth. So some people, you know, it's a theory that the moon was put into the sky, but based regardless, however we are here, it just seems naive to just say it is just by either a coincidence or for absolutely nothing. You know?
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
I don't know that I said that.
I believe in the reason why I feel like I sense like an after, like I just sense, I don't want to say afterlife, you know, I get it. Yeah. But it's like I feel like
Me too.
I sense something bigger than myself, like
Same
bigger
here.
than my experience, bigger than my body.
Me too.
It feels like it's something that is
familiar,
like all is. It's immortal. That soul part is connected to something bigger than what this is. Like, so, and that wants to shine through. So when I say I am bigger than the body, or I am this, I'm thinking about like something bigger than the ego or anything that we can construct as humans. Yeah, we're here sitting, putting words together to try to explain truth, but truth just is not really like, it's not, we can try to conceptualize it, but we're supposed to feel it. So I really feel something that's like,
me too.
Before, now, after, it's a continuation.